Yep, there we go. Okay, here it is. Now this isn't like, now keep in mind, guys, this isn't like the full set from this isn't like the full set from our Ultra Prism set. We're gonna get like a few more GXs, I think. So we're probably gonna get the Solgaleo, the new Solgaleo and Lunala GXs, and then I don't know, maybe like I don't know. We're supposed to get like more cards. I don't know what are the cards. They said more GXs, but they said like maybe like 4 or 5 more, not Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop now. You know, we don't know for sure. Like, no one has any idea for sure what Ultra Sun will have. Like, not Ultra Sun, what Ultra Prism will have. Um, in Mega, like, what is it? Nothing to write home about. 4 colorless for 120. That's stupid. If it was DC, maybe. Maybe. If he was like Aerodactyl, like DC free retreater, discard a special energy for a DC, then he'd be okay. Roserade. Switch and now poison. Move your grass energy around. 2 Turtwigs, one was 71 with 80. Oh my god, this Turtwig has 80 HP. That's crazy. Holy crap. Like, Baby Volk needs a Fury Belt and a Steam Up to kill that thing. That's pretty crazy. Okay, that's just regular Turtwig. They do anything? Synthesis. I don't know. They both have the same retreat, so there's no reason to like, unless you really want to use Synthesis. Like, there's no reason to play. Oh shit! I should hold on. I just realized I'm. Uh, Dell. Yes, browser capture. That's what we need. No, that's all. That's not what we need. I need. Oh fuck. Fuck. Get out of here. Get out of here. Sorry guys, I just switched from like the old OBS to like the OBS Studio, so I'm still not 100% used. I need window capture. There we go. Alright, there we go. We're good now. Torterra, see anything? Giga Drain 50, heal the same amount of damage you did. And 180 HP though, like, god, these HP numbers are getting too fucking high, man, I swear. Like, holy shit. 180 HP on a stage 2. Oh my god. Like, my big problem with Pokemon right now is the power creep. Like, power creep's real. Like, you know, GX Pokemon, they have like 250 HP. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Like, yeah, I get if like Wailord EX has 250 because it's Wailord and his attack isn't good. Like, he's just there to like take hits. and you max potion them off and then take hits. But like, um, but like, dude, like Metagross has 250 hit points. Guzzlord GX is a basic with 210. Like these basics, they have like 190. I mean, well, like 190 is not like new, but you know what I mean. Like these basics, they have like 200. These evolution GXs, they're having like upwards of like 220 hit points, which is crazy. Like that's so much. And then you have, then you have these one prizes that have like 180 HP. Like what's the Regigigas has 180 HP and it's a basic. The Wailord from Guardians Rising has 200 on a stage 1, a 200 HP one prize stage 1 Pokemon. Like it's just crazy and like old decks can't keep up. It's the thing, like I'm actually very, I keep saying this, I'm very, very surprised that Night March still does as well as it does in Expanded with all the like the Zoroark GXs and stuff running around with like Zoroark GX has 210 hit points. It's not easy for Night March to hit 210. Like, yeah, Night March is fine. Night March used to be, it's like, oh, it's fine, you hit 180, you kill like a Keldeo, or you kill, Manectric, or you kill, like Genesect EX, or Zygarde, or whatever, or, like Toad, you kill a Toad, or something, like 180, that's fine, it's 4 Lampets, 4 Pumpkaboos, and a Joltik. You still have 3 Joltiks to attack with. No, it's not like that anymore. Now it's like, oh man, I need to have all but one of my Joltiks in the discard. Or like, one-shotting like Gardevoir. It's like, oh, I need all of my Joltiks in the discard. Like, and I need all of my Night Marches in the discard and attack with Marshadow. Or like, oh, I need all, or like I've been playing Night March at my league, and like I've just noticed that because everyone their mother's playing Zoroark at my league. Like, it's all anybody plays anymore. So, like, and it's like so hard to hit 210, and they all play Alolan Muck, so I can't attack them with Marshadow. Which is like, it's also like, oh yeah, it's my fault. Like, cause last time we played, I hadn't teched for, I just built Night March. Because I mean, I had it. Like, I owned the cards. I never actually put the deck together before. So I like put it together. I'm like, okay, this is like fine. And I played like, this was before playing Zoroark and Night March was like a big thing. I think, this is like right after Zoroark came out. So like people were still experimenting with it and expanded and stuff. And not like right after, it was, like before San Jose when people thought to put Zoroark in Night March. And like it was just like, oh, you like Skyfield Night March Lycanroc. I'm like, oh, like Skyfield Zoroark Lycanroc, and I hadn't seen that before. I'm like, oh, okay, and I didn't play the Sudowoodo because I'm like, no one's gonna be playing Mega Ray or whatever, because like that was what you tech Sudowoodo for, was like Mega Ray. I'm like, no one plays Mega Ray in my league, so I took the Sudowoodo out for a third Shaman. And no, was it a third Shaman or was it a Karen? I forget. I don't know if I played Karen or not. So anyway, so I was like, oh, cool, whatever. And playing Night March, and then so I fought like Toad round one. I think it was 4 rounds. I fought Toad round one, and I donked Toad. Um, then I fought. I don't even know what it was. It could have been Tool Drop. It could have been the Garvador Toolbox thing. I have no idea what it was, but I docked that too. Then I fought. I forget what the third opponent was. It was Wailord. But it wasn't like Beached Wailord. It wasn't where there were beaches. So I just kind of like I ended up in a situation where I had all my Night Marchers in the discard with Marshadow at the choice band. And I was just hitting. This was one shotting his Wailords, and he couldn't do anything. He's like, E Hammer. I'm like, cool. Double puzzle for because I like Marshadow was the only Pokemon I had 2 Marshadows, and they both had DCs on them. So he's like, E Hammer, and I'm like, oh, double puzzle for 2 E Hammers. I mean 2 DCs, and then I just won. So. And then I fought Zoroark Lycanroc with Skyfield and expanded, and I was like, wow, this is like actually awful, because I'm like, okay, cool, because I had Marshadow out, but I'm like, okay, he still has like basics, like he still has like Zoras and stuff out, so I'll just attack with Joltik because I started Joltik, and then by the time like he ended up knocking out like the 2 Joltik I had put down, like he had Muck up, and I couldn't do anything because it's not like I couldn't do anything, but I like wasn't hitting what I needed, and then I started trying to attack with Joltik again, and so he like knocks out a Pumpkaboo or whatever, and then I'm like, okay, teammates, like, okay, because I need to hit a choice because I had a Joltik with a DC on it, and then my choice band was prized, so now I play for my league I play two choice band and a Roadblock Sudowoodo. And a Promo Giratina, because there were 2 people that were playing Trevenant. But I didn't run into them. Thank God. I would have lost if I had fought Trevenant. I had not prepared for Trevenant. Yeah, so. And I would have won if I had hit that knockout too. Because I had 2 prizes left. And it was Zoroark in the active. I'm like, okay. Cool. Teammates, like, I win. Like, teammates DC choice band, I win. And then choice band was prized, and it made me very, very upset. Anyway, so yeah, that's like my whole thing. It's like, I don't know how Night March is still so good with all the power creep in the format. Like, it's very hard for Night March to hit, like, numbers over 210 or 210. It's very hard for Night March to hit 210 because Night March, Night March, like, you're not playing choice bands. I mean, you're not playing a lot of choice bands and stuff, which I think is the way to play Night March going forward. Is you play like 2 or 3 choice bands instead of just 1, because that's just like. If you're wondering why I'm like looking up, like, because my monitor setup is like I have one monitor here and then my other monitor is up there, so like that's where I have my chat and that's where I have my like OBS. So I'm looking to like make sure that everything's okay, and I'm looking at chat and no one's here. I probably have 0 viewers, TBH. If you're here, say hi in chat. Anyway, so what does this Cardivine do? Not enough. Not enough. Leafeon. I feel like this is gonna I feel like Leafeon is low key the best card in this set, because Grand Bloom is so good. Grand Bloom turn 1 if you go second. Like, Leafeon's amazing. Now I don't know if you play it with Decidueye, like as everyone's saying, you play Leafeon Decidueye. But I don't know. I don't know if you do that. I feel like you play it with like stage ones. Like so you just get all your stage ones out. You know, like you play with Golisopod or Lurantis. All the Rotoms are trash. Because Gourgeist is Pumpkin Spice is like kind of eh. This Shaman. What is this? Beckon. Search for Pokemon of 3 different types. Put them on your bench. And Magmortar. Opponents 130. If it was Fire DC, maybe. Infernape 130. 6 damage counters from burn in between turns. I mean, okay. 50 damage is their burn, so you do what, 110? That's not enough. That's not, maybe like, but it's a stage 2, so I also can't see like you play that in like a Salazzle deck, like a poison deck or something. Like hot poison with hot blooded fighter is like good. Like that's very good. That's I didn't see that maybe. There's no like there's no like fire either. Like there's no like fire maxis or something. I didn't see that. You play like Ninetales Salazzle with like I don't know who would be like the fire maxis, but another Salazzle. Burning poisoning confused. It's just Salazzle GX is like fine, and then hot poison Salazzle's so good. Turtonator. 10 damage. Ooh, you. Haunch Crow. No, I still think the. Oh my god, no, I didn't notice that. That's cool. Oh man, Pokemon Cards artwork is so cool. Cyrus Team Galactic meeting. That's pretty freaking awesome. New Weavile. 10 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. 50 times the member of your opponent's Pokemon with abilities. Maybe. I can see if you're playing like Weavile spread, like what I've seen. What was it? Weavile. Like I saw one Weavile Kingdra. You play that. You can splash that in there. You need like, oh, you're fighting Gardevoir, or not Gardevoir, but you know you're fighting like Zoroark, and you're like, oh man. So you know they have like. Or Zoroark Decidueye, you know, so literally every Pokemon they have out has abilities unless they're playing an Espeon, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool, so just knock out your Zoroark, like Choice Band, knock out Zoroark. Skuntank. And maybe DC. Darkrai Prism Star. Darkrai Prism Star is eh. Maybe in Turbo Dark and Expanded. Definitely not in Standard. Although, like, there is some kid. He's not a master. I think actually maybe he aged up into masters at my league who still plays Turbo Dark. Like he's an advocate for Turbo Dark. He will not play Turbo Dark. It's crazy. I've never seen him not play Turbo Dark. And he has played Turbo Dark. Apparently he has played that deck ever since it came out because Darkrai is his favorite Pokemon. He still plays it in Standard. I don't know. I don't know why you would play Turbo Dark in Standard right now. I don't know why you would play Turbo Dark in Standard ever. But, you know, like, you can do it. Like, it's a thing you can do. And, like, he doesn't do poorly either. So, I don't know. It's just, the thing was, like, I don't know, maybe Turbo Dark's, like, okay now. Maybe Turbo Dark's, like, a tier 3, tier 4 deck. Maybe it's a tier 4 deck in Standard. Or tier 3, I don't know. I like to think Rainbow Road's a tier 3. What would my standard tier list be? I'd say tier 1, Tier 1 is Gardevoir, Zoroark variants, and Buzzwole Lycanroc. That's Tier 1. Tier 2 is Greninja and Greninja, Volcanion, what are there like good standard decks right now? I think just all Zoroark. I'd say Garb, like Garb variants, like Espeon Garb, Drampa Garb. I don't know. I don't think anyone plays Drampa Garb anymore, but like Espeon Garb. I'd say Espeon Garb's tier 2, maybe. Or Golisopod Garb. That's tier 2. Um, like spread decks, I guess, like Tapu Koko. I don't know. I'd say Ninetales is tier 3. I don't know. I'm gonna look this up right now. Let me see, Gardevoir. Okay. Yeah. All right. So tier 2 is. Okay. So tier 1 are like all Zoroark variants, Gardevoir, Buzzwole, Lycanroc, and then tier 2 is okay. Now that I think of that, tier 2 is Greninja, Volcanion, Silvally Metals, um, Golisopod Garb, um, yeah, that's probably it. Volcanion, Greninja, Golisopod Garb, and Silvally Metals, and then tier 3. This is what I like. I think this is tier 3. I think tier 3 is Rainbow Road. I think tier 3 is Rainbow Road, Coco GX, Ninetales. Uh, what else is tier 3? I just had other decks in my head for tier 3. I don't know. And then like tier 4 probably. It's like Pumpkin Spice, Turbo Dark. Um, Kingdra. Um, yeah, that's really all I can think of. Maybe Turbo Dark's still a thing. Maybe. Pikachu Magnezone's tier 4. Pikachu EX Magnezone. I still think Raikou Electrode works. So maybe that's tier 4, maybe tier 5. Yeah, I feel like that's it. That's all I can think of right now. Philo and Lucario, tier 4. Just simply because it's steel. It's steel type. Anyway, Magnezone, like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a lot of good metal Pokemon. It's a lot of good steel Pokemon. I call them steel because they're steel types in the video games, and that's what came first. So they're steel types. Yep. So Magnezone's good. There's also an electric type one, so I think it's the same attack. I don't know. Hold on. Is it? Is it? No, it's a different attack. So so it will rotate. Also, this one is 150, I think. Yeah. Okay. So there's also an electric one. So I mean, there you go. So you can play. I don't know what electric Pokemon really like benefit from having Magnezone. Like it's already been proven that like Raichu GX Magnezone does not work. So I don't know. You're better off playing Raichu GX like Turbo Dark. Even then, it's not that good. I feel like Raichu GX will be better when that Pachirisu comes out, which is in this set, actually. Shieldon. Eh. Bronzong. This Bronzong isn't, no. Solgaleo Prism Star. Okay. Solgaleo Prism Star is, pretty crazy. Again, it's like really, really good metal support, so it'll be really good for setting up Dusk mains. And, or those Dialga GXs, which they're printing a metal type, a steel type Dialga GX, so that'll be frickin' crazy too. So it can hit Guardy for weakness, so you can one hit Guardy, then take another turn, and one hit Guardy again. Actually, can the Shred? The Shred would do 110. Huh, so I guess that's not enough. Dang. Oh well. Ultra Decimated Necrozma. Okay, Decimated Necrozma is like it's a good card. It's going to be a good card, but I still feel like it's a little it requires too many other pieces to work properly. Like, cuz the main idea with this is you play the Magnezone, right? You play the Magnetic Circuit Magnezone, which is I mean, I didn't elaborate on this. If you don't know what Magnetic Circuit is, it's Deluge. It just attaches many metal energy to your Pokemon as you like, whenever you want. Well, not whenever you want, but like during your turn. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a metal energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So you can it removes the one energy attachment restriction. So what you do is you play these two guys together. You play this with Dialga, and I'll get to Dialga in a second. So you play these, and then you play them with this, and then you attack with... So you use Meteor Tempest. Meteor Tempest is discard 3, and then you use this new Stadium Mount Coronet to... It says once during your turn you may put 2... Steel energy from your discard pile back into your hand. So, this is from Mario Kart, isn't it? The song, right? Isn't this from Mario Kart Networking or something? Hold on, what is this? 47. No, it's World 7 from New Super Mario Bros. 1. I remember that now. The Cloud World. That was sweet. New Super Mario Bros. DS is such a good game. Anyway, so like discard 3, but like Mount Coronet only gets you back 2. So what are you gonna do? Play like energy retrievals and stuff? Like I don't really see like how this is good. How this is like a good consistent deck. Like good consistent options. Like, oh, I'll just attach three energy from my disc. I'll just get 3 energy out of my discard pile and put it back on my Duskmane every turn. Like that's asking a lot. That means you have to have Mount Coronet. Make sure it doesn't get bumped by a Stadium. Then doesn't get bumped by your opponent, during their turn. And then also have either Fisherman or Energy Retrieval or something, or Space Beacon, Starmie or something in your like active also. So you either have to have. So it all depends on like what your opponent does. So okay, let's say you have it. okay, so you attack with Meteor Tempest, right? You discard your 3 Pokemon. You discard your 3 energy, and you have Mount Coronet in play, and you have an energy retrieval in your hand. What is your opponent gonna do? He's gonna Field Blower in. And then what are you gonna do? Field Blower in, or like bump the stadium in. Like, yeah, you can mitigate that by playing Space Beacon Starmie, but also, like, why? Again, I don't know. Anyway, oof, I got kicked out. Oof. Okay, but then here's Dialga GX. I think Dialga GX is insane. I think this is a really, really good card, and it will only get better when the Steel type one comes out. Anyway, so Timeless GX. Anyway, so Clock Up is good. Clock Up is a good first turn attack. Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Like that's really good, and it's a very good late game too, because Dialga is a big boy, has some HP. And then Shred 80. This isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, which, like, this is good. Like, Shred's a good attack. It's Metal DCE, which is great. But then here's where he's really good. Timeless GX, 150 damage. Once this turn is over, it's your turn again. You get to take another turn. Like, that is insane. I don't care if it's 5 energy. That's so good. Also, the fact that it does 150 damage. You can Choice Band, knock out a Lele, and then take another turn. That is crazy. Dialga GX is going to be so good. His one problem is that this is a Dragon type. It's weak to Fairy. That will change when the Steel type one comes out. It'll be Steel type and it'll be weak to Fire, which again Volcanion isn't seeing a whole lot of play right now. But again, if Metal does become like a super good deck, then Volcanion will be played again. But also, I want to talk about Volcanion once we get to another card in this set. Licky Licky. I'm looking at some of these for the first time. Like, I really only thought about like the GXs and stuff. Lick to Death. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 50 more damage for each heads. The first coin flip is tails. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Ooh. That's kind of funny. That's funny. That's a good meme deck. Eevee. This is a new Eevee. It's not Energy Evolution Eevee, so it'd be gone. It does have 1 retreat, though. I will note that the Energy Evolution Eevee has 2 retreat, which is actually kind of crazy. Glammeow Purgly, Master of the House, 20 damage. Discard your opponent's stadium in play. If you do, prevent all attacks. So the problem is your opponent has to have a stadium card in play, not you. So you can't do that to your own stadium. Discard random cards to your opponent's hand until there are 3 cards remaining. So you get to choose which cards to discard, which is like I don't know. It's still like again, all erratums are trash. I'm not going to talk about them. Okay, I'm going to briefly mention them now. I'm going to briefly like talk about them and why they're all trash, and then like move on. So Rotomotor, if there are 9 or more tool cards in your discard pile, ignore the attack cost of this Pokemon. So that means if you have 9 tools in your discard, you can attack for free with any of the Rotums in this set. The problem is, when the hell are you going to have 9 tools in your discard? Most decks only play like 6 or 7 at max. And I'm talking like that's like 4 Floatstone, 3 Choice Band, or 3 Choice Band, 4 Floatstone. So the only deck that would have 9 tools in the discard pile is Gourgeist, but none of these attacks are good enough to warrant playing this in Gourgeist and Pumpkin Spice. So there's that. Anyway, this Oranguru Resource Management, put 3 cards from your discard on the bottom of your deck in any way you like. I'm just going to talk about Looker now too. There's a Looker card. There's also Looker's Whistle. Looker is just draw 3 cards from the bottom of your deck, and Looker's Whistle, it says search your deck for 2 Looker, up to 2 Looker, and put them in your hand. So like you can kind of you can like with this Oranguru, you can just pick and choose whatever you want, put it in your discard, and then looker for it. But also, you know, you have to hope that your opponent doesn't N you or red card you or something. It doesn't make you shuffle. So it's like there's potential with this Oranguru and Looker, but I don't know. Potion is still trash. It always will be trash. Mysterious Fossil. You play this as if it were like 60 HP basic, which is good because now fossil Pokemon evolve from this instead of having to do the stupid restoration mechanic, which was absolutely garbage and I hated it. So yeah. Palpad, they're reprinting Palpad, which is interesting in a format without Versus Seeker. Like last time they printed Flashfire, and I think like Phantom Forces was like 2 sets after or something, and Phantom Forces printed Versus Seeker. So yeah, I don't think Palpad. I think Palpad now will see play. Because now you can, instead of playing like a 4th N or a 3rd Guzma, you play Palpad instead. Like, it's nice. It's also nice, you know, you have to Sycamore away stuff. Reprinting Nestball, I think Nestball's good. Nestball's a good card. Pokemon Catcher is an card. Missing Clover is crap. It says you may either play 1 or 4. If you play 1, look at the top card of your deck, then return it. So if you play 1, you just look at the top card of your deck, like, oh, this is what I'm on the top deck next, and then you put it back. If you play 4 at the same time, take a prize card. This would be good if you had to play 2 instead of 4. But the problem is if you play 2, that'd be busted. But just think about like my logic behind this is like think about it. Like how hard, like playing puzzles, right? Playing double puzzle, it's hard to get 2 puzzles in your hand unless you're playing like Zoroark or something. So like how on earth would you get 4 of the same card in your hand? Unless by like sheer luck. Like it's kind of crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents on Missing Clover. It's a crap card. Cyrus Prism Star. This is the only Prism Star supporter we have right now, and we're going to have. And I really, really, really like Cyrus Prism Star. Okay, so Cyrus Prism Star is you can't have more than the whole Prism Star mechanic. You got more than 1 Prism Star card of the same name in your deck, and if instead of discarding a Prism Star card, it goes to the Lost Zone. Anyway, let me get more music here. Relaxing music from Mario Odyssey. Here we go. But Cyrus is, so we have like Solgaleo Prism Star, Lunala Prism Star, Darkrai Prism Star, Giratina Prism Star. Then we have Super Boost Energy Prism Star and Cyrus Prism Star, and those are Prism Stars. I really like Cyrus. I really, really do. I think Cyrus is amazing. It's a huge, huge counter to Zoroark or any list that fills up their bench. It's also like you can do a really funny meme with it in Expanded. But anyway, so Cyrus, this card can only be used if your active Pokemon is Steel or Water. Your opponent chooses 2 of their bench Pokemon, then shuffles their other bench Pokemon and all cards attached to them into their deck. I feel like this is like, this can cause so many checkmate situations. Because like, say you're playing like, you would play this in like Greninja or Empoleon, which I'm going to talk about later, or I guess if Lapras ever comes back, or you would definitely play this in like an Archie's Blastoise list in Expanded. It's just like you can make a checkmate with Zoroark decks in this in so many good ways. Because it's like, I know you're going to keep your Zoroarks because you want to draw out of this, but like there go all your Lycanrocs, or there go all your Decidueyes, or there goes all your stuff. You can also play, I feel like you could play this in Volcanion too. I forgot Volcanions dual type, so it's water. You could definitely play this in Volcanion. I feel like Me personally, if I can find a way to put Cyrus in a deck, I will do it. I like this card that much. Because like my league is just Zorak. Like that's all it is. It's Zorak, and I personally don't like Zorak as a card that much because I feel like I don't like cards that are like really overbearing on the format. I feel like Zorak's a very overbearing card. Um, but I'm also strapped for cash, so I'm just playing Greninja. Like Greninja, I'm playing Greninja and Rainbow Road until I can get more money. So, yeah. But or I could play Volcanion. I have Volcanion stuff. But yeah, I am going to work Cyrus into any deck I possibly can. This card is way too good. So hold on to your Cyruses if you get any. There's no full art though, sadly. But I feel like full art Prism Star cards would be like absolutely stupid and like they'd be so expensive. Anyway, Gardenia. Gardenia. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't remember. I'm sorry. And heal 80 damage from one of your Pokemon play with any grass energy attached to it. Eh. Doesn't remove. If it removes special conditions, I would say okay, yeah, but it doesn't. So Pokemon Fan Club. They're reprinting Fan Club. I feel like this will be very good in a form without Bridget, but I have been known to play Pokemon Fan Club in my decks beforehand, so playing them now would be great. Also, these little plush bonsai are adorable. I really like the new artwork for it. I like the old artwork too, but like giving an old card new artwork is pretty cool. Mars, draw 2 cards, then discard a random card for your opponent's hand. Eh. Lily's getting a reprint. Mount Coronet, this is what I was talking about. Once during each player's turn, that player may put 2 Steel Energy from their discard pile into their hand. They're reprinting DC again. Unit Energy, Grass, Fire, Water. This is like Blend Energy from like the Black and White era. So you know you can do that. Anyway, so these cards we don't know are Gardenia. Is it Gardenia or is it Gardena? God, I don't remember. Oh, I hate myself. I need to play Pokemon on stream. Like the games, like Gen 4. I need to play Gen 4. Mars again, Full Art Mars like looks cool. Full Art Mars looks really cool. Now we're on to the next batch. Alone Sandslash. I mean it's a costless attack. It's Shell Trap for no energy, which is like, you know, I don't know. Shell Trap's a good attack on Turtonator, so I don't know. Maybe here's your Piplups. There's a 70 HP Piplup. I'll play this over this one. And then Empoleon. Empoleon is a very good card. It's total command, watercolorless, 20 damage times the number of Pokemon on each player's bench, and thing is, most people in Pokemon now play with a full bench. Like, most decks have a full bench. This wasn't the case, like, 2 years ago. Or, like, even a year ago, I'd say. Probably turn of the year before Sun and Moon Base came out, no one was playing with a full bench. It was very strange if you had a full bench. I think Volcanion was the only deck that, like, regularly had a full bench. But yeah, now everything has a full bench, so you're doing 200 on most things. Also, you can use counter energy because it's watercolorless. I feel like counter energy is useless in a deck where a Pokemon's attack cost is like 2 of a type. But if it's like one of a type and then colorless, yeah, you can play counter energies in this. Although I don't feel like you would play counter energies in a Napoleon deck anyway. You would play like Aqua Patches. But yeah, it's very good. And then Roll Pool's like okay, it's an okay attack. But like Total Command is a very very good attack. You can even play it with Empoleon Break gives it 10 more HP, and I forget Empoleon Break's attack. Let's look that up. Empoleon Break. What does this do? Oh wow, that helps. Okay, does 30 damage times the number of Pokemon your opponent has in play. So potentially more damage. I still feel like you wouldn't play this, but I mean you could. You could play one Empoleon Break. Flitzel, no. I guess stalling with Fliptini, maybe. It's actually, this is just a better Guardians Rising Wailord. Abomasnow. Also, we are getting a metal type Empoleon too, a steel type Empoleon. I don't know how much that'll matter, but we're getting it. So maybe you could play a one of with your counter energies, just in case Gardevoir is giving you a lot of trouble. But you can do 230 pretty reliably anyway. So Abomasnow, Blessing of the Frost Covered Trees. When you place Pokemon from your hand, you may attach a water energy for your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. And then there's also Grass type 1 that does the same thing, but with grass. It's pretty meh. Glaceon GX. Here we go, baby. This is the card. This is the card of the set. It's either this or the Leafeon are the best cards in the set. And the reason this is because, it's pretty standard evolution, 200 HP, water, like, type, DCE, attack cost, then, 2 retreat, like, standard for the evolutions so far from the GX evolutions. Anyway, ability Freezing Stare. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each of your opponent's Pokemon EX and Pokemon GX in play, in their hand, and in their discard pile, has no abilities. This is one-sided ability lock for all EXs and GXs. That's crazy. That's insane. And then Frozen Bullet does 90. It's the same attack as Umbreon's. It's the same attack as Umbreon's, but it's water. Also noting this one hits Volcanion if it doesn't have a Fury Belt attached. So I don't know. I think this kills Volcanion, but I don't know. I was also talking to people, and it might be like a triangle. Like it's going to be a triangle of the metals, all the new like steel metal archetypes. God, I'm talking a lot. I don't talk this much normally. Then Glaceon variants, and then Volcanion. Volcanion, and then it's going to be a triangle. Like Volcanion beats the metals. The metals beat Glaceon, and then Glaceon beats Volcanion. So that might be it. I don't know. Either way, like, you're one-hitting Volcanion and shutting off his abilities. That's awful. That's awful for Volcanion. And then its GX attack is 50 damage times the number of damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, you're not playing this thing for the GX attack. I'll tell you that. Yeah, so Glaceon is very good. Very, very good. The other Rotoms, no, they suck. Shovel 5 water energy into your deck. Maybe. Electivire... no. If the defending Pokemon is a steel Pokemon, it's now paralyzed. Well, that's very, very specific and not good. Okay, here's another good card. Shinx, right? Ability Runaway Evolution. This Pokemon can evolve the turn it was played if it's the first turn of the player going second. So if you go second on your first turn, you can evolve that thing into Luxio. Which is pretty crazy. And then, also, Luxio's attack, disconnect for one colorless. Disconnect. 30 damage. Your opponent can't play item cards from their hand during their next turn. It is a 1 energy Quaking Punch. And then Luxray is pretty good as well. 150 HP. As long as this Pokemon is your active ability, Intimidating Fang, as long as Pokemon is active Pokemon, your opponent's active Pokemon attacks do 30 less. That's pretty good. And then Voltage Arrow, discard all electric energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 150 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Like, The real reason you play it is for the ability and the HP numbers, and then you play it with Shining Celebi to keep disconnecting over and over again. So you have a 150 HP Pokemon, 150 HP, one prize that takes 30 less damage from attacks, quaking, punching every turn. So that's pretty crazy. Pachirisu, I'll talk about this. Static generated for each of your bench one electric for each of your bench Pokemon with a Nuzzle attack. Search your deck for a basic electric energy and attach it to that Pokemon, and shuffle your deck. What people are saying is you play this in Raichu GX because you play the Pikachu that knows Nuzzle, and then you just do this for like 2 turns, get 2 energy on all of your Pikachu, and then just evolve them into Raichu GX and attack. Which, like, makes sense. I can understand that. Again, another Rotom. This is a regular Rotom. It's not good. It's not good. This is probably the best one out of all of them just because it does, like, a decent amount of damage. But still. Lightless World. For a colorless, search your discard pile for 2 supporter cards, put them into your hand. That's a pretty Like, I can see people playing that. Drifblim. I can't see this picking up at all, but if spread gets really, really good, I can see this becoming a thing. Because you just wait for them. If they flying flip you, say you have a full bench, and they flying flip you twice. You know? That's 200 damage. Like, just on your opponent's active. Which is crazy. But again, you're healing them too. That's the thing, is you're healing your bench, and then you do 200 to like whatever's in their active, which is pretty crazy. I don't want relaxing. I just want like good. Oh well. I'll just do. Alright, anyway. Toxicroak. Again, its attack is too specific to be any good. Giratina Prism Star. It's the same thing as Darkrai. Like, Darkrai and Giratina are the same, and then basically have the same mechanics, and then Solgaleo and Lunala also have the same mechanics. Giratina's it's really, really Like, it's more than Darkrai because you can actually, like, because, like, Darkrai still has some use. Like, oh, you can just accelerate energy for Turbo Dark. Not here. There's no Turbo Psychics. There's no Psychic Pokemon that do that. So, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Cresselia? No. Its damage change, but it's on a 120 HP Pokemon, so it won't really matter. Lunala Prism Star. I mean, it's okay for Psychic Pokemon. If Psychic gets good again. I remember I was watching this one Rare Candy video and he was having a discussion, and this dude talked about this with Mewtwo GX and Dawn Wings Necrozma, which we'll talk about next, actually. Like, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I mean, well, I don't know if it's gonna be so good. It just sounds fun. Anyway, and then it does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all Pokemon in play. So if your opponent likes to load up on energy, then hey. Dawnwing's Necrozma. It has Invasion, which is just Keldio's rush in, or Zorak, or Breakthrough Zorak stand-in. It's really only standouts here. It's a good deck. It's not a good deck. What the I'm so tired. I didn't sleep. I slept maybe like 2 hours. And I woke up. I went to bed at I think 5, and I woke up at like 7. So like 2 hours. It sucks because I went to bed at 2. I'm like, okay, I'm tired, or at 3. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. Anyway, so 3 psychics, 120 attack damage is affected by resistance. Eclipse Moon, this attack, 180, this attack can only be used if you have more prize cards remain than your opponent. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So, like, it's an okay attacker. And then, like, there's certainly worse attacks. Also, like, if you're fighting Turbo Dark for some reason, like, they don't resist you. Rampardos, no. Lucario. Alright, so now we're going to talk about Garchomp Lucario. Lucario is insanely good. Holy crap. Ability Aura Sight. Once during your turn, if you have Garchomp in play, you just have to have a card named Garchomp on your field. You can search your deck for a card. If you have 2 Lucarios in play, you can search your deck for 2 cards. That's crazy. That's insane. That's so good. That's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And it's going to be even better once we start talking about Garchomp. Because Garchomp is a good card. That's the only reason Lucario is good is because Garchomp is good, too. Passimian. This Passimian's as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, each of your Passimian's attacks do 30 more damage. So, like, you play this with the other Passimian, I guess. And then you just hit better numbers with it. It makes it so you don't have to play Mew in Passimian for, to do, like, 130 or whatever. So, yeah, Gibble. 50 HP that has Ascension. I wouldn't play this one. This one's not good. This one though. This one has any fighting energy attached to it. This Pokemon's retreat cost is 0. I remember I was talking to someone. It's like, well, why don't they just give it free retreat? Or you know, like, oh, it doesn't matter because it's 1 retreat. I'm like, well, yeah, it does because you don't have to discard the energy if you have it attached. Its weakness is dairy. Oh no. Oh no. It's weak to dairy. Oh no, don't, it's lactose. Garchomp is lactose intolerant, confirmed. Gabite, the Gabite has Ascension, too. It's good. And then Garchomp has, 2 attacks. Double Color's Quick Dive does 50 to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so it's Ninetales Ice Blade attack. Also, Cynthia's in the background of this card. It's like sick. It's sick looking. And then Champion's Blade, 100 damage. If you played Cynthia from your hand during this turn, this attack does 100 more damage. So you have a very good engine in play 4 Cynthia in your deck. Play this. Play Lucario. Use Lucario to search for Cynthia every turn. Play Cynthia. And then do 230 damage with a Choice Band. Also, they are printing a fighting type version of this too, which will be the better version because you can play Strong Energy on it. I don't know what its weakness is. I think Psychic. I think. Or maybe Grass. No, Garchomp's Ground, so it would be Grass. So it's going to be weak to Grass, but there aren't any super good Grass types right now. So, but there will be. Leafeon's a very good Grass type. Palkia GX, no. It has Keldio's Secret Sword. but for 10 more, maybe an Archie's Blastoise. It has a maybe a 1 of an Archie's Blastoise because its GX attack is good. 150 damage, your opponent shuffles all energy attached to their Pokemon back into their deck. So maybe you play it as a 1 of an Archie's Blastoise. It is getting a water type reprint, so that does make it better. So that means you can Aqua Patch to it, things like that. It's again, this is also weak to dairy. See, you said all dragons in this set are lactose intolerant. Again, reprinting the Eevee. It's the same Eevee. It's bad. Lopunny. You know, they never printed a Mega Lopunny EX. That would have been cool. This is a new Shaman. Call for family. Search for 2 basic Pokemon. Put them on your bench. I mean, it's whatever. Gumshoes. Does 100 if your opponent has any Pokemon in their hand. At least you get to see your opponent's hand. Drampa with Outrage. Outrage is a good attack. It just depends on the format. I will say the Reshiram from Shining Legends is good because you so say you're fighting I mean, it's very situational, but like say you're fighting Gliscopod and you either have that in the active or you have something else, another basic in the active, and you know they do 122, and you just Ninja Boy into Reshiram and one hit it because it's fire. I don't know. It's kind of stupid, but again, Outrage can be a very okay attack. Again, I don't know. Order Pad. Flip a coin if head search your deck for an item card. So it's an item that lets you search for another item on a coin flip. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I really don't know what to think about this card. It's probably not going to be played at all, but maybe in some like the stall decks, like Heatmor Raichu. I forgot about Heatmor Raichu. Heatmor Raichu's tier 3. Definitely. So yeah. Maybe in some of those like stall decks, like Sylveon. Oh, I forgot about Sylveon too. Sylveon's also. Sylveon might be tier 2, honestly. I think Sylveon's tier 2. Yeah. So yeah, in those like stall decks like that, maybe like search for a puzzle or something. I don't know. The reprint Crushing Hammer. Fossils are the same. Reprint Ultra Ball. Looker's Whistle. This is the thing I was talking about. Search your deck for up to 2 Looker. Reprinting Rare Candy. Reprinting Rescue Stretcher. Escape Board. Okay. I'm not saying escape board. I'm saying escape board. Right here. It's a tool. The retreat cost of this Pokemon this tool is attached to is 1 colorless less. This Pokemon may retreat while asleep or paralyzed. So it doesn't give your Pokemon free retreat like Floatstone, but instead it lets them retreat while paralyzed and asleep, which is really good. If statuses get bigger, this will be another out besides just playing Guzma or Acerola. Cynthia, this is Professor Oak's new theory. Just shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. It's good. It's very good. Oak's new theory was good. This will be good. Like, you know, Volkner. Search your deck for an item card and then electric energy. Put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is I mean, the problem is it's not Karina. It doesn't have the same effect as Karina. It's not electric Pokemon and item card. It's item card and electric energy, which makes it significantly worse. If this was like Karina, if this was electric Pokemon and item card, it would be good. It would be played. I can guarantee you. Looker, again, draw 3 cards from the bottom of your deck. I was already talking about that. Sophocles is getting reprint. Super Boost Energy Prism Star. Why would you play this? It counts as quad rainbow energy if you have 2 or if you have 3 stage 2s in play and it's attached to a stage 2. So yeah, and then there's also unit energy, electric, steel, psychic. I don't know what decks you would play this in. Auto Dex play Steel and Psychic. Oh no, wait, no, the Ultra Necrozma, I think. The new one. I'll look it up later. Again, we don't know some of the cards. Then Flirt, Cynthia, Flirt, Faulkner, and Flirt, Garchomp. No, Flirt, Flirt, Garchomp, Flirt, Looker. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. Arweezy to Donut. It's pretty cool. Anyway, okay, let me see if I can. Oh, these Oh my god, if they mistranslated Cyrus, if this is printed and they don't give it an errata, this is gonna be so good. Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, they've revealed a bunch of the English prints of these cards. Anyway, what I'm talking about is, okay, so if you didn't notice, Cyrus, the Cyrus in Japan, the Japanese Cyrus said if your active Pokemon is Water or Steel. This says if you can only play it if you have a Water or Steel Pokemon in play. That is insane. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god, if this is true, holy crap. This is so much better. Oh my god, no, I'm definitely playing Cyrus in every deck. Oh my god. I'm gonna play Cyrus in every deck. I'm just gonna play like some frickin' just like I'm gonna play Artillery in every deck just so I can play this. Or I'm gonna play you know, just oh my god. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my god, 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 yes. Okay, where is Ultra Necrozma? Here it is. You can play Ultra Necrozma in this. You can play that one unit energy in this. However, I feel like you would play this Ultra Necrozma. It's a basic. Discard all basic psychic energy from this Pokemon. Does 80 more for each energy you discard. So I feel like you would play this with Metagross as your support, because Metagross can also manipulate psychic energy from the discard. But it's a Steel Pokemon, so you can attach your Steel energy, just double Geotech, and then hit for 180. 210 with a choice band. So that's really good. I don't like what they're doing with all the prize card stuff though. Is that fighting? Is N fighting? I forget. Like, cause there are 3 that start with F, and there are 3 types that start with F, and Fairy is F, I think. So I think N is fighting. No, N is Dragon. Psychic or Dragon. What is fighting then? Hold on, let me look. Do 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 do. All right. What is fighting? What is Pokebeach called fighting? No, fighting is F. Fairy is Y. That's what it is. Okay, cool. All right. Actually, I'm gonna stop streaming here. I'm gonna cut a video, post this to my YouTube channel. Well, actually, I'm gonna put a video in front of it first, being like, hey, this is like this was taken from my stream, or whatever. But then yeah, I'll post that to YouTube, and then I'll probably come back and stream later. I don't know. All right. Thanks guys for watching.